While everyone is watching the SpaceX IPO headlines, one space company is already public, already growing fast, and flying rockets with a perfect track record. Most investors have never even heard of it, and that is exactly the opportunity. $602 million in 2025 revenue, a backlog of $1.85 billion, 21 launches in a single year with zero failures, and an $816 million government satellite contract already on the books. Um, the company is Rocket Lab, ticker RKLB. Let me start with the problem. If you want space exposure as an investor right now, your options are limited. SpaceX is private. You cannot buy it. Blue Origin just went public but has essentially no revenue. And most other space names are either pre-revenue speculation or massive defense companies where space is a tiny fraction of what they do. Rocket Lab is different. It is public on the NASDAQ. It has real, growing, recurring revenue. And and this is the key point, it is not really a rocket company. It is a space infrastructure platform. The moment you see it that way, the valuation conversation changes entirely. They run two core businesses. Business one, launch services. Their Electron rocket is one of the most frequently launched small rockets on Earth, carrying payloads up to 300 kilograms to orbit. In 2025, 21 missions, 100% success rate. That reliability is worth more than most analysts give it credit for. When a customer cannot afford to lose their satellite, they do not gamble. They go with the operator that does not fail. Business two, space systems. This is where the story gets genuinely interesting. Rocket Lab designs and manufactures satellite components, solar panels, reaction wheels, star trackers, propulsion units that go on satellites built by other companies, but they also build complete satellites themselves. That $816 million Space Development Agency contract is for 18 complete satellites in designed, built, and delivered by Rocket Lab from the ground up, not parts, not a launch, full satellites. Most of the backlog and the fastest growing revenue comes from space systems. That is the part most coverage misses on the financials. Full year 2025 revenue of $602 million, up 38% year over year, a company record. Backlog of 1.85 billion, up 73%, which represents nearly 3 years of current annual revenue already locked in and waiting to be executed. Q1 2026 guidance of 185 to 200 million. The growth is not slowing. Market cap is around $37 billion at 60 times revenue. That is expensive. I will not pretend otherwise, but 60 times for a platform growing 38% annually with 2 billion in contracted future revenue is a very different proposition than 60 times for a company standing still. The thing that could change this stock dramatically in the next 12 months is Neutron. Neutron is Rocket Lab's next rocket, reusable, medium lift, targeting payloads of 13,000 kilograms to orbit. That puts it in direct competition with SpaceX's Falcon 9 for the very first time. The medium lift market is worth billions annually, and SpaceX currently owns nearly all of it. A successful Neutron launch opens a market Rocket Lab cannot access today. A tank test failure in 2025 pushed the first launch to Q4 2026. Real delay, real risk, but manufacturing is underway. And in March 2026, the stock jumped 6% in one session as SpaceX IPO buzz brought fresh capital into the space sector. Bull case, the only publicly traded, vertically integrated space company with proven growing revenue. SpaceX IPO buzz at up to 1.75 trillion floods the sector with attention. Investors who cannot get SpaceX allocation look for the best alternative. Like Rocket Lab is that alternative. And if Neutron works, the addressable market expands massively. Bear case, 60 times revenue leaves no margin for error. A Neutron delay or failure compresses that multiple fast. SpaceX can respond by pricing aggressively to protect Falcon 9's market. My take, Rocket Lab is a conviction position for a space portfolio, sized carefully, held with patience, watched closely at Neutron milestones. The backlog is the foundation. Space systems is the real business. Neutron is the catalyst. The SpaceX IPO is the attention trigger. Subscribe to Investopia-Media for research like this every week. No noise, just the work. Drop a comment, Rocket Lab today, or wait for the SpaceX IPO. I read everyone. See you in the next one.